Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest look at your forecast. It was a warm day yesterday with mid to upper 70s for highs for most areas. In fact, that 79 in Topeka tied the record from 2001. Not going to get quite that warm for a while now as we begin to cool down. A cold front actually pushed through early this morning. It'll still be mild though and still above average for this time of year, but obviously about a 10-degree cool down from what it was yesterday. Monitoring some fog early this morning. Otherwise, we'll generally have clearing throughout the day. A little bit of uncertainty in how much clearing takes place, though, so that'll be something that we'll continue to keep an eye on. Winds will be a factor today. Wind gusts at least 25 miles per hour expected. At times could even be near 30 or even 35 miles per hour. Winds gradually weaken for tonight, and then winds tomorrow not quite as bad. This model still wants to indicate at times near 25 miles per hour. We'll watch that. Right now, I think that might be a little bit too high. But obviously that'll be something to watch for. Otherwise, it turns even cooler tomorrow and more seasonal, upper 50s and low 60s. We've had quite a bit of fog over the past couple of days. I don't think that will be the case tomorrow morning. Obviously, with the winds, that will be very difficult for fog to develop with the wind staying strong, but relatively weakening throughout tonight, so that should limit the fog potential. But you can see for today at least, we will have general clearing skies. Still some clouds left over at 6 o'clock, especially along and south of the turnpike. However, this model indicates a gradual clearing throughout all of northeast Kansas by this afternoon. So we got more sun than expected yesterday. We'll watch it again for today, which if we do actually get more sun, I would not be surprised if some spots did get back up in the low 70s for today. But bottom line is, it is still going to be above average for this time of year. Unless you're stuck in the clouds and fog all day, which I don't expect, temperatures will at the very least be in the mid 60s. But for those that do stick with the clouds all day, low 60s are possible for today. But we will have generally mostly clear skies this evening before the clouds increase again late. Again, this is not fog. There'll still just be some clouds in the area, and then depending on how quickly the clouds clear out could depend on how warm it gets. This model wants to keep the clouds in the area for the majority of the day. You'll notice that all the rain is well down to our south, and then with that pushing off to our east with that storm system, we clear out Thursday night, leaving us with sunshine on Friday. No doubt about it. It's going to be a really nice day to end the week. I think winds should be at about 10 miles per hour, so typical early in November type day, if you will. Temperatures, though, will start out below freezing likely Friday and Saturday morning for most, if not all, of northeast Kansas. And then we'll have a little bit of cloud cover on Saturday. Some models are still indicating maybe a slight chance of rain Saturday night. I'm just not seeing that happening, but we'll watch it. You can see this model with the European through next Wednesday not showing much in the form of rainfall. GFS showing even less. So even if we do get a little bit of rain, oh, there we go. I knew that it was backwards. The European was the one that was showing some rain yesterday. Now it's not, and then the GFS vice versa. So obviously with some uncertainty on rainfall for at some point in time within the next 7 to 8 days, obviously there's some uncertainty. But whatever we might get, it's not going to be overly heavy, and it's not going to improve our drought situation. So we'll keep an eye on it, especially for the weekend. But it does look like we will generally be mild and dry for the 6 to 10 day outlook. The 8 to 14 day outlook, there is some promise that the weather pattern changes with better chances for rainfall, or at least precipitation. Whether or not it's rain or winter preset, that will be something to watch out for. And the 3 to 4 week outlook, we get back to normal or equal chances of above and below as far as temperatures and precipitation. So overall, it's not bad. Temperatures near or above average for the next 8 days. Our coolest temperature probably going to be tomorrow. Otherwise, we are quite comfortable between Friday through the weekend, and there's a chance it might be a little bit warmer for the first half of next work week with upper 60s, but right now I'm going to stick with mid 60s and continue to keep an eye on the trends here in the coming days. But if you're wanting rainfall, don't expect much. Maybe some mist or drizzle from the fog this morning, maybe a slight chance Saturday night, but at least during the daytime hours, it's not going to be much, if anything at all, for the next 8 days.